Hello, everyone. In this 1607th Cheonshim Won special visit devotion, everyone who are participating, I'm grateful for you sincerely and welcome you and congratulations. Today, internationally, 19,300 places are connected and 41,300 people with one heart are offering this devotion. In Heavenly Korea, the Cheonwon Special District, 180 and participating in the main headquarters, and the Cheonsung Church 48, Iksan 46, and several other churches are joining in. In Heavenly Japan, the churches there, Nagano Church, 22 are gathered, and 408 are participating through online. Amen Church leader, 418 are also participating with the vigil, and different other churches are offering their devotion. 14,400 places are connected through YouTube and offering their devotion together as a family. And second and third 40 days spirituality workshop in Europe and Middle East, in Russia and Albania are offering devotion. In the Philippines, 7-day leadership or Yongsong workshop are being conducted, where 70 of them are gathered. Let us be able to see the spirituality of the leaders of the Philippines. They will sincerely pray and offer this praise. So let us keep an eye on them. In Mozambique, the Yongsang Academy are participating in Cape Town. In South Africa, Cape Town, they are offering this Cheonshim Won special devotion in Cheonshim Won 430th special devotion. Like this, every part of the globe, the reason where we are able to gather our devotion is because we are in this such. The reason, I truly hope, let us offer a big round of applause for the devotion connected in South Africa, as we could see from Prophet Hadebe. And also, in front of the titular 296th devotion, they are offering the devotion. The Grand Church leader, Song In-yeon, sent me this message. Even amidst such rain and wind, where we could see the tent being moving, but we are becoming one with this Cheonshim Won Vigil devotion, participating with one heart. The final statement of True Mother, we are reflecting deeply, centering on her words. We're offering this vigil devotion, attending Heavenly Parent, and to fulfill one family under Heavenly Parent, invested her entire life, our Holy Mother Han. Let us be able to resemble her, and at every moment we'll become one with True Mother, and we deeply sincerely believe that Heavenly Parent is alive, and through True Parents, True Mother, he will definitely fulfill his dreams here on earth. And in 1607, Cheonshim Won Vigil Devotion let her sincerity become resonated to the entire world, where we could see her be totally liberated, and in front of their devotion, in front of the detention center, they're literally offering a prayer as if they're in a war. And there are people who are offering their devotion like they're in a world. They in the war. The 7th Cheonryujang fishing devotion, the elder pastor group. The reason why we couldn't see elder pastor Chomanung is not here, is because Kwanjegu Chomanung and Yang Chang-soo 백영국, all of these elder leaders, 박사마, 이재승, 재원숙, and 조장훈, all of these are elder pastors in different regions, and together with this fishing devotion, they're doing. They actually caught a big carp 2 a.m. 2 p.m. in the hosting ceremony. To me, tomorrow we'll be able to see. They are offering this fishing devotion amid such a rainstorm. They are literally offering devotion and with like they are in the war. So let us offer a big round of applause to them so that they could be victorious in their devotion. Today, the trainees today, 271 of them of our General 40, they are here in Youngsong Academy and spiritually workshop trainees. 285 of them are joining us. The 10 Moshim and Youngsong workshop will doing their graduation ceremony tomorrow in the morning. Now, a lot of them will leave, but during their workshop period, they are able to see such substantial growth. We are able to see through their Hyojang testimony. And tomorrow, the 40-day and Moshim workshop testimony will be done 2 days later in their vigil devotion. So please send your sons and daughters and your members to this Yongsong workshop so they could be reborn as filial sons and daughters and experience such change. And today in the Heavenly Japan, the three-day Cheonshim Residency Prayer workshop is their 10th workshop. Today in their 10th workshop, 430 of them are registered, and we did this opening ceremony, and they are now participating in this visual devotion in Heavenly Japan, where all of the participants who came from Heavenly Japan, let us welcome them with a big round of applause. We are able to see so many things through watching Hyojang today. Last Friday they prepared it, but because we couldn't find a slot to put it last Friday, that's the reason we were able to see this. I believe that we need to repeat watching this several times. Hokami Ayano given a Hyojang testimony, how deep her 심정 is, like when she heard that the solution order in her heart. Are you gonna stay there and watch? Today, if you don't go to Cheongpyeong, you will regret it for your entire life. With that heart, she participated and joined this Yongsang workshop. In the first half of the workshop, even though she was earnestly praying, it was difficult for her to really resonate the Heavenly Parent. Seeing other trainees really crying out with such 심정, she felt jealous, and she was thinking and how we could be able to be in a position to resonate with the 심정. But through the One Heart Resonance Prayer training, where she offered prayer for her father who are distant from the church, and for her father, starting calling out prayer. It was difficult for her as she grew distant with her father, where it was didn't know her contact. It was a father that didn't reply back, but really sincerely looking at this father. But she was able to look at her father with such cheonshim, with heavenly heart, with the heart of heavenly parent. And when she was able to see her father, she could see her tears falling down, and with courage sent a message with such sincerity. The father replied back with emoji, but she felt it with such great love. When we look in the eyes of Cheonshim, it's not easy for us. It is such a blessing that you have a daughter, if that your daughter could see with the eyes of Cheonshim. It is such a blessing as a parent, and such joy for a parent if you have children who are able to see with Cheonshim as a wife. It is a blessing if your husband could see in the eyes of Cheonshim. If you have a husband, a wife that could see in the eyes of Cheonshim, you as a husband is such a blessed husband. The reason why we are training our Cheonshim is through the Cheonshim Resonant 3-day worship center. We need to know, realize what Cheonshim is, what His heavenly heart is. What is heavenly heart? What is this Cheonshim? Is Cheonshim our original heart? Is Cheonshim our clear Cheonshim, our pure heart? However, Cheonshim is the heart of our heavenly parent. True parents who were absolutely one with heavenly parent. It is us becoming one with them. What is true parents' heart? The heart of creation whenever they were creating everything. The joyous heart. But looking at this fallen children, such sorrowful heart, how sorrowful they would be looking at their children such suffering, where they are in a constant war using so many bombs to each other, looking at the children. The children are killing their parents, the parents are killing, and the brothers and sisters, and neighbors, and hurting each other. Looking at humanity, and as a heavenly parent, it is the most pitiful being, more pitiful than any person who is pitiful here. If you have not really resonated with that heart and really cried out loud, holding on to heavenly, if you have not done so, you could have really embarked your path for the will. We need to realize the heart of restoration. We need to realize the Cheonshim of the restoration of through indemnity. So what Cheonshim is, it's not merely a heart of heavenly parent, but it is the heart of creation. It is looking at the heart of the children who have fallen, and for the restoration and to revival and resurrection of the fallen people, how much our heavenly parent have invested. That being manifested is the heart of a parent with the body of a servant, but sweat for earth, their tears for humanity, and blood for heaven. That is the path that true parents embarked upon. So when we are following the will, the path of the will, we need to become one with Cheonshim. When we become one with Cheonshim, we will become Cheonshim Cheonbo family. If we just have the Cheonbo family name tag, but we don't have this Cheonshim heart, and only with our selfish desires, what would happen? That's the reason to your parents. The fruition of the providence, this Cheonshim Won, this is the institution that they have built upon the foundation, where all of the heavenly victories are now became the foundation of this foundation. And internally was found this Cheonshim Won and told us that this is the greatest providential institution, and we need to offer perfection of devotion in this Cheonshim Won. And let us offer our offerings to this Cheonshim Won, and we need to make high priest groups of our second and third generation through the Cheonshim Won. Come to a high priest, you need to be able to educate it and be cultivated through this young song and motion worship, and upon that, it is the place where the leaders could cultivate and grow their spirituality, and their members could be resurrected and resonated with the heavenly parent. When we develop our and search our Cheonshim and develop our Cheonshim, we'll be able to see just substantial Cheonilguk established. When we find and grow our Cheonshim, we are able to see a true Cheonshim centered family centered on Cheonshim. But if you're not able to do so, you could be in a position where, as a father, you hate your daughter, and daughter, you could resonate with the heart of father. That is because our Cheonshim was not truly established. It is to become a family, to become a tribe, and Cheonilguk, all churches for the firm settlement of Cheonilguk, we need to do this for this purpose. That's the reason why we are doing this Cheonshim Resonance 3-day resonance prayer and training ourselves to resonate with Cheonshim. What is the tool for us to resonate with Cheonshim? It's not done naturally, but in order to resonate with Cheonshim, we need to have true love. That is a tool for us to resonate with Cheonshim, is true love. So our Cheonilguk, as citizens of Cheonilguk, that is a reason why we're doing family pledge. When we center on true love, we'll be able to resonate with people next to us, but also people 10 years ago, 100 years ago, 1,000 years ago who lived. We could transcend both time and space. That such profound resonance will happen. That is, true parents have given us the Cheonshim Won for this great worship. So when we offer our prayers and devotion centering on Cheonshim Won, we are able to see hope that it is the greatest gift, and it is the key that could solve anything. These were the words given us as she established the Cheonshim Won. So through this 3-day workshop, when you deeply resonate deeply with heaven and experience this Cheonshim resonance, if you become all 430 participants, Heavenly Japan will be opening gates of great blessings. Our Fukami Ayano, our trainee, was opened the path of reconciling with his father, and his father changed his heart and participated in the Chombo event. Also participating in virtual devotion. I truly believe if he heard the testimony of his daughter, I believe it is the greatest gift he received, and the greatest experience is through the 24-hour devotion. She couldn't really forget this devotion. Before coming to the workshop, she sometimes had negative thoughts about the church. However, now she was able to experience the Heavenly Parent, who is true parents who are together with him, and to really to become a missionary who could testify to true parents and really find her second and third generation. That was her resolve made today. Choi Woo-young, a third generation, his grandfather, I don't know if you know him, Choi Jong-bok. He's a elder who worked in the foundation. Choi Hun-bok is currently in America, and really his son and several of them came here, also took pictures with me and went back. I truly believe that you said well. He didn't really want to come, but however, he felt that he was pushed by his parents. Really having a conversation with a mother, he was having an argument with his mother. Sometimes, however, his mother won the argument, and even It's such a grateful thing that even he was pushed to come here. He came here. If he were not able to come here, all of the he will feel really not. It'll be burdensome for him and doesn't really acknowledge the things about the church activity, and it will also not be proud as becoming a third generation of a pastor. All of the foundation as a parents will be severed entirely. However, through this workshop, in the first week, he received such great experience. And the second, he had deep realization. And the greatest achievement is to found me. That is the greatest achievement of our true parents. That is how deep the realization. And the third week, after a long, he was resolved his long problem, but it was through the Hyojong praise, through the lyrics that they offer everything. When he saw his mother, who was on the living room, so tired, just sleeping, he couldn't help himself but to shed tears. That was such amazing realization he had. After he was able to restore his connection, his relationship with his father, and realized that his father is a life that was not fake, but it was a true life, like unwavering faith. In whatever circumstances, he realized the great faith of his father, and in the very first time, he was able to sincerely express his gratitude for the first time in his life. If his father passed her, I believe that his father would shed tears of gratitude. So the reason why he sent him is for him to realize Heavenly Parent, not by head, but by heart, the love of Heavenly Parent. And he resolved to become courageous, to testify that his parents' path is not a wrong path. It is a path of victory where absolute love, absolute faith, and absolute obedience will be inherited, and he will live a life, inherited that life, and he proclaimed in front of the 43,000 people. Even if it's not easy for you to cultivate your children as filial sons and daughters, so that Heavenly Parent has found filial son Jesus, and after 6,000 years, true mother, the only begotten daughter, has been found by true parent. If you there are children, there are people who your children doesn't understand here, but the path for them to become filial sons and daughters is through this workshop and this training center. If you send them, and if you offer sincere devotion and prayers, they will be able to even receive and realize Cheonshim Won and become a filial sons and daughters of Cheonilguk through this workshop. So everyone, after this 40-day workshop, if they go back to do a really good festival, that also in your church, that these are filial sons and daughters of Cheonilguk. So through this Cheonshim Won providence, how much important this providence I was able to see through this weekend workshop, and through among this workshop trainees, they are sincerely have bestowed such abilities where they receive messages from heaven. So in the future, entering our second generation, great works will happen, and absolutely centering on true parents, we'll be able to see a heavenly unified world will be unfolded. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for the grace-filled words.